What is Juneteenth? In order to answer a question like this, I think first we have to actually look at the history of slavery in America. I would like to make a disclaimer though that all the information I'm pulling up, I literally Googled, I researched, I read, I looked for articles, so you can do the same thing. The only difference is I'm choosing to make a video, so let's get into it. Throughout the 17th and 18th century, people were kidnapped from the continent of Africa, forced into slavery in the American colonies, and exploited to work as indentured servants. However, many considered the starting point to slavery in America to be 1619, when the pioneer, quote, the White Lion brought 20 African slaves ashore in the British colony of Jamestown, Virginia. Now, it wouldn't be till decades later that the Civil War broke out in America. The Civil War was fought between April 12, 1861 and April 9th, 1865. The Civil War was fought between the northern states and the southern states. Northern states were loyal to the Union, and the southern states had seceded from the Union to form the Confederate States of America. A common explanation is that the Civil War was fought over the moral issue of slavery. The Battle of Gettysburg was fought July 1st to the 3rd, 1863, in and around the town of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, by the Union and Confederate forces during the American Civil War. The battle involved the largest numbers of casualties of the entire war and is often described as the turning point of the Civil War. During the Civil War, on July 1st, 1863, President Abraham Lincoln declared to free all slaves residing in the territories in rebellion against the federal government. This is known as the Emancipation Proclamation. Unfortunately, the Emancipation Proclamation only freed a few people, but it did show Americans and the world that the war was fought to end slavery. Now it would be almost 4 years later and over 500,000 lives lost when the Confederacy gave up due to not enough resources or manpower and losing a lot of battles against the Union during the Civil War. Passed by Congress on July 31st, 1865, and ratified on December 6, 1865, the 13th Amendment was signed and abolished slavery in the United States. The 13th Amendment states this, quote, neither slave nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for crime whereof the party shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction. On June 19, 1865, Major General Jordan Granger proclaimed that all slaves in Texas were free, although the Emancipation Proclamation had formally freed them almost 2.5 years earlier. Now, this event was known as Juneteenth, also known as Freedom Day, Jubilee Day, or Liberation Day. Juneteenth is an unofficial American holiday, but an official Texas holiday celebrated on, you guessed it, June 19th. About 155 years ago was when this happened, about 5 generations. It blows my mind to think that, honestly, it's not that far off. I want to end this video with this quote. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.